Welcome everybody to another live edition of the Unquestionably Raw NBA podcast. We just had game one of the NBA Finals between Golden State and Cleveland. Golden State 113, Cleveland 90. Yes, another blowout in these NBA playoffs. Now the finals. But I wanted to start off though. Yesterday, I ended up deleting our video yesterday because we had a troll in the chat. And I don't want to feed trolls anymore. From now on, you're just going to be blocked. None of that. We're not going to do that. I was out, I got a little out of control yesterday. I went at him and I shouldn't have fed the troll. So I got rid of that video, but no more of this. Any derogatory comments in the chat, you're done. You want to create another name to come in and do the same crap, you're going to still be done. I have no problem blocking people. It's easy. It's just a click of a damn button. But I'm going to you, Gonzo. So 113, 190, and the talk throughout these playoffs has been, well, the Cavs defense looks so much better. They flipped that switch. I didn't see much of a switch flipped, and we mentioned it yesterday too. Teams were just missing wide open shots against the Cavs. What did you see from Cleveland tonight defensively?
The same thing I've seen the entire playoffs. Like I said, they look really, really good against Indiana because Indiana has a bunch of ISO players, not a lot of ball movement, but a lot of ISOs with Paul George, Jeff Teague, Lance Stevenson. We can even say the same for Toronto. A lot of ISO ball with Kyle Lowry, DeMar DeRozan, Powell. You just see a lot of ISO ball. Then we come down to the Celtics. They started off with a lot of ISO ball with, I'm not going to say pick and rolls and ISOs with Isaiah Thomas trying to go one-on-one with LeBron, then a pick and roll with Al Horford, and Isaiah Thomas not even get to the basket, and Horford just missing shots, and the other players kind of stand around. They have to kind of spread out so they won't be in Isaiah Thomas's way, but they don't really have a lot of motion. But once Isaiah Thomas went down, we started to see that once they started using their little motion offense and moving guys around, it kind of shifted. They just couldn't make shots. They don't have a lot of consistent three-point shooters. Difference is with Golden State is the difference with Golden.
Finally.
Hey, what's up, Jefferson?
Hey guys, how y'all doing, man?
Oh, we're doing good. So sorry to interrupt you, Gonzo. My bad.
Yeah, and the thing is with Golden State is they have a lot of great ball movement, a lot of great scores. Everybody knows when to cut. They play good defense on the other end. I think they beat the Cavs in fast break points today. I think they shot a better percentage, and then just Kevin Durant is so dominant. I think that sometimes we look at LeBron and say LeBron is so dominant. I think it's because of his size, one, and the fact that a lot. Although I'm going to give it to the refs on this one. They give him a lot of calls that should not go in LeBron's favor due to the fact that he leads with his elbow and forearm a lot. He's looking to just run and bulldoze people. But Kevin Durant has a different skill set. I mean, the guy can shoot the mid-range jumper. He can shoot the three. He can go to the basket. He's a lot better defender than what we've been giving him credit for. And tonight, he looked like the most dominant player on the basketball court. He looked even better than LeBron James.
Mm-hmm, absolutely. I'm going to go to you now, Jefferson, on kind of what I'm piggybacking off of what Gonzo said. We could make the argument tonight LeBron James was the third best player on the floor for both teams. Can the Cavs win if that's the case? And do you see that changing?
Oh, man, definitely not. I think what surprised me was Steph Curry's explosiveness. Since last year he was hurt.
Mm-hmm.
He definitely was attacking the basket, got some lucky shots that went in, and he was aggressive. But I think LeBron will get his. He'll get his come. I'm waiting for Game 3 already.
Game 3.
Monster, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But LeBron was good. But what I was thinking that he's not going to do nothing if he's catching the ball from the 30 feet from the arc. And, back in the first series with the Warriors, he was doing a lot of post-up, and I think that's what he got to do just to get in rhythm. But, yeah, he definitely he's going to get his soon. So I'm not kind of yeah.
And I know you did on Kixologist, you did. I didn't get a chance to read that one where we were talking about the Cavs, what they needed to do to have a chance. Well, tell everyone out there what you thought, what some of the things you think they need to do to win this series.
Definitely, man. Like, I'm, for the people that don't know, I'm not a huge LeBron fan. but I respect his game. And the Cavs, I think they got more chemistry than the Warriors, in my opinion, this year. But number one, defense. I think a little bit of that in the beginning, but they just couldn't keep up with the screens and the back doors, and just Curry was like just lighting up. So they got to move their feet. I think Tristan Thompson did a great job as best as he could to guard Steph. I knew they were going to do that going in. Number two, they got to slow the pace down. But yes. I think they did that. You got to have LeBron have the ball, Kyrie have the ball, because that's less possessions for Golden State, you know. But that just didn't work today. And lastly, Tristan Thompson didn't do the boards. He couldn't do a single board. You know, he did his best, but I just think he was out in the perimeter guarding the other smaller guards. So by the time they chuck up that shot, he's not nowhere near the basket. So I think Golden State definitely took advantage of that. But
yes. And piggybacking off of what Jefferson just said, Byron, with Tristan Thompson not doing his job tonight, he was kind of non-existent for the most part. You know, they brought him out there with the screen and rolls to make him guard the perimeter. But obviously, we saw the news that came out today. Apparently, Khloe Kardashian is pregnant. Does this have any effect on what we saw tonight, Byron?
Of course it does. He's in a sunken place right now, man.
Oh my God.
I had to bring that up.
Get out.
So, but Byron, like, you know, I wanted, you know, to bring that up. But like, what did you see tonight from Cleveland, man? What did you think was wrong with them? Like, the first quarter was pretty good. You know, it was hanging in the balance there. 35-30, I think, was the score at the end of one. What did you think happened after that?
I just think, I think it's incredibly hard to defend those guys. You know, to defend the Warriors, it has to be. You're so worried about the three ball that you allow KD to just get to the lane with ease. And I think the thing is, when you're playing a team that has a bunch of three-point shooters like the Warriors, it's almost like the approach I have when I'm playing NBA 2K or NBA Live. If I'm playing a guy who's just shooting threes all the time, I'm not going to try to match him every time. What I want to do is get back and convert on an easy bucket, you know, close up a mid-range jump shot, so that I'm not potentially down by 6. Worst case scenario, I'm down by 4 until I can come back. You don't want them, you know, you want to keep it close. And I think that people fear that so much. They fear that three ball so much. And so, you know, like I always say, you play him up close, Curry can't beat you off the dribble. And you don't want to give him a space because he can drain the shot. You want to make it as difficult as possible. And then you're so worried about him, he's able to find an open man. So is even Draymond Green, the alley-oops, all of the dunks, everything. I just think that I wasn't really expecting a blowout, but sometimes a game like this can be a wake-up call. It's like, okay, well, we, you know, like I said, for Cleveland to win this series, they have to have an excellent. Every game has to be excellent. So I just think that, you know, definitely, the team is just really, really good, man, and they're really hard to defend. That's what happens with the Cavs.
And I want to give like a couple of talk about a couple role guys for the Warriors, because in that first quarter it could have gone either way. Iguodala and JaVale McGee come into the game. You get the 7 quick points from Iguodala, the 2 dunks, the 3 at the buzzer. You know, JaVale McGee gives you the 4 points, the 4 rebounds. He got the block on, I believe it was Tristan Thompson. Gonzo, how big were those 2 guys in the first quarter when it looked like the game could, you know, go either way at that point? They were trading jabs. And then those 2 guys came in and boom.
I think the 2 7-footers, which I think the Golden State lacked last year once Bogut got hurt, really. Zealy was he wasn't disciplined enough, so he got in foul trouble in the games that he played. But I think that that height causes a lot of problems with guys coming to the basket. I mean, I know you want me to stop Kyrie Irving and LeBron, but you can stop everyone else, you know what I'm saying, who comes to the basket with just your height alone. And just give JaVale McGee a little credit too. He he got a couple of tough rebounds. It looked like he might not have held the ball and kind of got an extra possession to get, I think, Steph a 3-on-1, one of those rebounds. And I think he might have got Durant a shot on one of those. But they were just good rebounds, good solid rebounds that you thought Cleveland would have gotten. He got a second chance point for Golden State. I think that's going to be one of the biggest factors. I think Tristan Thompson last year took advantage of the fact that Golden State didn't have an offensive rebounder when Bogut went out, or a defensive presence when Bogut went out. So Tristan Thompson was kind of able to take advantage of the other guys they put in the game.
Yeah, because you didn't know what you were going to get from Festus Ezeli at all when he was with the team last year, because that guy's always hurt. His knees were shot. So they were going to smaller guys off the bench. Now you can go to JaVale McGee. B, I'm going back to you. Do you think JaVale McGee can sustain this? Because, I mean, the talk all year, Shaqtin' a fool, the nonsensical things, the foolishness, the mistakes in the games that he had made the previous few years. Can JaVale McGee give this team 5 to 7 good minutes every game without the crazy mistakes?
He looked really focused tonight. He looked pretty good. I mean, he was blocking shots the whole nine. I don't know if he can do it. I mean, I think the team is pretty cohesive and focused right now. So I don't know. And I don't think as clumsy and as a liability as he's been, I don't think he can ruin the series for the Warriors.
Did you catch his when he walked into to the arena today? He had the Shaq hat on, the Reebok Shaq hat. I don't know if anybody saw that. Someone posted it on Twitter earlier today because, him and Shaq had that small beef earlier in the year, and he walked in with the Shaq hat on. I like that.
I wasn't paying that much attention.
Yeah, man, I thought that's like just classic trolling right there. Gonzo, I'm going back to you on Game 2 Sunday. What changes do you think Tyronn Lue has to do? You think he should, maybe use some different guys off the bench? Because you saw what Golden State did today. Mike Brown used that bench the whole game.
Absolutely. I think that they're probably going to use Korver a little more. They're probably going to use Channing Frye. But this is the thing playing against the Warriors, because you can put Channing Frye in to shoot 3, but is he going to be able to run with Golden State on the other end if they have Draymond, Kevin Durant, Iguodala, Clay, and Steph out there, or various other lineups, even with JaVale McGee out there? Is he going to be able to run the floor with Golden State with Channing Frye out there? Absolutely not. So it's almost like whatever moves Cleveland make, Golden State almost has a counterpunch for every move. And like I said last year, man, people talk that blew a 3-1 lead crap. Yeah, they blew a lead. How? Let's examine real quick. How did they do it? Draymond got suspended for Game 5. Steph got ejected in Game 6, and in Game 7, you finally figured to call the game even like you should. You never would have gotten to Game 6 if you would just let Draymond play, which I don't think Draymond, it was even warranted. Suspension was even warranted anyway. Not to mention the last 2 games, Harrison Barnes went 0 for 11 and 2 for 14 the last 2 games. Guess what? That won't happen with Durant. Trust me.
Yeah, you've been saying it for a long time now, and I was wrong in my. I've been saying since December this would be a 7-game series, but I said it would be all the games would be close. I've already lost on that prediction, so that's thrown out the window. I'm going back to Jefferson, my man with the chalkboard in the background. I like it, taking it old school, honest. I like it. What adjustments do you think? Do you see Cleveland making?
What was that? What adjustments?
What adjustments do you see Tyronn Lue making with the Cavs?
Oh man, I think they just gotta. I really don't know what he's gonna do, man. I was waiting for Channing Frye, but I think the more I think about that, unless McGee's on the floor, they're not gonna put him there. They're not gonna put him in. I thought Kevin Love was playing a lot of minutes, but I checked, was logged in at 17 minutes when I checked. He was getting a lot of minutes, I think. Do you guys think so?
Kevin Love played 34 minutes today, which I guess that's about what you would think. Kyrie played 34. Yeah. LeBron actually only played 40, which is low for him in playoffs. But in defense of that, it was a blowout. So,
yeah, I was expecting a closer game. I think they're going to keep doing what they were doing really good was forcing Steph Curry on that pick and roll. You know, having I think that was working really good. A couple plays, but you know, it's just too much. I don't know what they could do, but like I said, they just got to slow the game down, get LeBron the ball down low instead of out beyond the arc. I think, and got to give Kyrie the ball more. I don't know if you guys remember that death lineup they had during in the regular season. They would have LeBron in at the 1, and then Corver, Darren Williams at the 2. You know, just shooters. Surround them with shooters. But then again, defensively, that's just a nightmare, I think. So it's tough.
Yeah, that can work against Boston, but I think I don't know how you can work against Boston, Toronto, but they gave up. I don't think the Cavs have been better defensively. I will say that, but they still made a lot of mistakes. But those teams just didn't make the Cavs pay. They were missing shots, and the one game where Boston made the Cavs pay, the Boston Celtics won game 3. They made their shots, and that's it. You can't do that against Golden State. You make those silly mistakes, and I think today just showed how great Steph Curry is. He doesn't even have the ball. In transition, they're running out to him. And obviously that was by design. That lane was opened. They would rather let Kevin Durant take the easy dunk than give Curry an open 3. I got to ask you this because we talked about it at halftime. Do you think that's how the Cavs should play it, or do you let Curry shoot the 3?
I would say you let him shoot the 3.
I agree because Curry's probably only going to make half the shots wide open. I mean, even it's within the course of an NBA game, he's not going to hit 9 out of 10 threes every time he's open. And then in transition, I mean, that was 3 times in the first half there that they did that. The lane's wide open, easy layup or a dunk. If that's 3 wide open threes, maybe he misses all 3 of them. Maybe he goes 1 for 3. That's 3 points instead of 6.
But the reason why I say that is so you could keep everybody else contained and you don't let them get in the rhythm. You know what I mean? The only thing is if you allow him to shoot or, but he doesn't go for the shot and a guy like Klay Thompson gets open, that it can get dangerous. He's streaky, though. He's very streaky. But, that's the danger you run. If you let him penetrate and you play a man, you let him shoot, or if he decides not to go for the shot and he does penetrate because he can, he kicks it out. It could be Draymond, it could be Iguodala, it could be Klay Thompson. So, I would say let him shoot, try and contain the other guys.
Absolutely. Now I know it's getting late here, especially for Gonzo and I being here in the Midwest. We're closing in on 11:30, but I just got a couple more things, and then we'll get a couple predictions for Game 2 after in a few minutes. Gonzo, I'm going to you on this because I know you've been big on this all year, all last year. How did you think of the officials today? How do you see this going forward with how they're going to ref these games?
This is what I think. I think they're really going to try to stretch the series 7 games. I'm going to give you an example. I think tonight, Golden State was kind of killing Cleveland early on, they were killing them on the glass. So they were rewarding Cleveland Cavaliers with a bunch of free throw attempts just to keep the game close. But I think that Golden State is just that good. And honestly, it really doesn't matter what the refs try this year. It's finito.
Because they got Kevin Durant.
Absolutely.
So now I want to go to predictions for Game 2 now. So obviously, Gonzo, I'm guessing you're sticking with a sweep. So you're going to say Cavs take Game 2?
Who?
I mean the Warriors. You're saying sorry. The Warriors are still going to take. My fault. Yeah, my fault. Little brain fart there. You still got the Warriors in Game 2?
Absolutely, clean sweep, dubs all the way through.
Are we going to are the refs going to be able to keep it close for us in Game 2 at least and give the fans a good game? Another
Absolutely
blowout.
Not. The shooting of Kevin Durant, Steph, and eventually I think Clay's going to come out with 2 good games. Draymond's going to be better. I think that a lot of the bench players might actually show up and be kind of good too. I mean, honestly, man, I see Golden State sweeping this series, and the next game they're going to win by 15, 20 points.
Okay. Jefferson, Game 2. Who takes Game 2? I know you got. We all saw the chalkboard Warriors in 6, so we see that. Who's got Game 2? What's happening here?
Man, I think Man, Warriors are gonna get it, I think. But they got to switch it up. If not, wait for game 3.
Jefferson's like, so I'm not worried about game 2. I want game 3 when we go back to Cleveland. Yes.
I'm already on Wednesday, not Sunday. So I'm already on Wednesday.
Yes. B. So game 2, I know yesterday your prediction was the Cavs would take the first 2 games here. That obviously is not going to happen. So I guess you're going Cleveland. Are you going Cleveland in game 2?
After this, I don't know. I think
man,
with Durant, it's going to be hard. It's going to be harder to win at home. I think I say maybe Golden State wins Sunday, and Cleveland works really, really hard, and they tie it at home. I think LeBron James is too good to be swept. This is not LeBron James 10 years ago, against San Antonio. It's a completely different ball game.
I actually totally agree, and that's why it is not consensus. I think Cleveland gets game 2. Yes, Cleveland is going to come back. LeBron James is going to have a classic finals performance. I'm taking Cleveland in game 2 in a close one.
Guess what?
I don't know what. Yes.
History always repeats itself. So if you swept by the Spurs, you'll probably get swept this year. It's probably time for that to happen.
Hey, I'm not like, I was all year long. What did I pick in our preseason preview going into the season? I had the Knicks as the 2 seed in finals. I stuck with that as long as I could. I had the Timberwolves as the 6th seed in the West. That didn't last very long. I can't come off of this prediction yet until it gets to 3-0. If it's 3-0, then I'll come off my 7-game prediction. Until then, I can't. I look like an idiot with those other 2. I can't. I got to stick with this one. I can't jump off of it just yet. I think though that's gonna wrap us up for this evening.
Last thing. One last.
Go ahead, B. Go ahead.
Let's talk about, will this tarnish LeBron's legacy? I think it'll tarnish Kevin Durant's legacy if they win. Because
LeBron at all.
You think if the Cavs win, it will tarnish Durant's legacy?
If the Warriors win, it'll tarnish his legacy.
maybe on Twitter for the current time, but 20 years down the line, no one's gonna give a damn.
There will be an asterisk by that championship.
Hell no.
There will be an asterisk.
Right now, I think right now, yes, people are going to look at KD. Oh, see, he had to join that team, this and that.
Bro, KD is the ultimate mark, bro. I'm telling you.
Here comes the hatred. Yes.
KD is like, Kevin Durant is like Cuba Gooding Jr. in Boys in the Hood. Yo, Doe, let me out, dog. Let me out.
Yes. See, this is it wouldn't be an episode without the Warrior hatred coming from B. We knew it was going to come. I was waiting for it. That's why he had to stall our closing here so he could drop that hatred. I can't wait till the Warriors go up. I kind of hope the Warriors sweep. Then we'll get your hatred. Oh, I hate these guys. They're bad for the NBA. It's all good. It's all good though. I think that's going to wrap us up. But we'll be back again Sunday after game 2. I'm sure B will be back for some more Warriors hate. Hopefully we can. I don't think Sunday, but hopefully Wednesday we'll have Alana on too with us, so her and Byron can team up with the Warriors hate.
But post him up. Post him up.
Yes. But we will be back Sunday.